Hi everyone, Rob Case here, creator of XSWIM and the Surfing Paddling Academy. Today I am opening enrollment to the Surfing Paddling Academy 5-week online training class, where students will learn how to catch more waves with a lot less effort and make it last for life. Now, I'm only opening enrollment for a week so that I can focus on helping the students that enroll. Now let me explain the class. The course is 5 weeks long and covers 5 modules, which works out to 1 a week. And each module will cover in-depth video analysis of the techniques, as well as drill and practice sessions proven to improve your paddling technique over your lifetime as a surfer. Now, the beauty of the online format is that you can access the lessons and drills at any time and go at your own pace. You know, you always hear that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, then how valuable is a video, which is 1,000 pictures? Now, along with the video analysis and instruction, the drill and practice is what transforms and recodes your brain so that you can keep the motor memory for life. Now, I have a mathematics background, so I always like thinking in numbers. So let's just say you learn these techniques and you catch 5 more waves than usual. And I'd say that's being very conservative. But let's just start with 5, okay? So if we take the statistics from the Surf First study, an average surfer surfs twice a week for about 2.5 hours per surf. So 5 extra waves each session at 2 sessions a week for 52 weeks a year gives us an extra 520 waves for the entire year. Now that's 520 more opportunities to improve your surfing. 520 more opportunities to get barreled or smack the lip or just cruise down the line. So now think about how long you've been surfing for and how many more years you will be surfing for. And again, we can take the average surfer at about my age and experience. So I'm about 35 years old and I've been surfing for a little over 20 years. So let's say that for 20 years you didn't have good technique. You were never told, with no fault of your own. And you just kind of figured it out on your own. If that's reality, that's a lot of surfers are like that, right? So there's 20 years worth of code in your brain. You may be lucky to not have had a shoulder injury at this point, but the idea is that your brain has carried on the same paddling motion well over 5 million times. You know, for you math nerds like me, I took 90 minutes of paddling per session times 60 seconds per minute, divided by 2 seconds per stroke cycle, times 2 days a week, times 52 weeks a year, times 20 years. Well over 5 million times that you're doing the same paddling motion. I think it's going to take a little more than watching a few videos to change that code in your brain so that you can paddle efficiently without thinking about it. And that's what the drill and practice is for. They are specific drills and practice sets for you to perform so that you will transform your stroke to a more efficient and effective stroke. And I'm not talking about putting in hours of work a day. Yes, you do have to do something. I don't have a magic pill you can swallow, but it's barely time consuming, if not at all. I've made it as convenient as possible. So you remember that 30% of stationary time we experience when we surf? 30% of us kind of just sitting around? In a 2.5 hour session, that's about 45 minutes. So the drill and practice takes 2 rounds of 10 minutes each. That's it. And part of the practice is actually done when you're paddling back out after catching a wave. So really, instead of just sitting around staring off into the horizon, do a drill. Do one of the drills. It doesn't even take a full 20 minutes because you combine a lot of it with when you normally paddle back out. The drill and practice is crucial to transforming your paddling. A combination of 22 different drills break the old habits and they begin to create new habits. And also they reinforce any good habits you already have. And the drills do it in a way in which it doesn't take you 20 more years to benefit from it. It begins immediately. But just like when you learned to ride a bike or learn to play guitar or piano, you first started with slow and deliberate practice. It has to happen this way to rewire your brain and relay new neural connections for longer term benefits. Imagine now that 520 extra waves per year and multiply that by how much longer you expect to be surfing for. Take me for example. Like I said, I'm about 35 and I expect to be surfing till I'm 90, but let's take 75 to be conservative, right? To be safe. So that's another 40 years before I reach 75, right? 40 years times 520 is just under 21,000 extra waves I will catch. And again, that's being very, very conservative with catching only 5 more waves per surf. So do the math for yourself. What's the transformation worth to you? How many more waves are you going to get out of it? Even if I sell the class for $1,000, which is what accredited universities sell their least expensive classes for, and completely out of question in my mind, that would equal just about 5 cents a wave. If you begin surfing more than twice a week, that gets even less expensive. At the price I actually sell this class at, it becomes fractions of a penny per wave. And all you need to do is some drill and practice, which does not even interfere with your surfing time in the water. So people ask me all the time, why do I do it? Why do I provide the free training? Why do I sell the classes with such extreme value? My ultimate goal is to share this with as many surfers as I can. So why do I want more people out in the lineup paddling better? Well, what I've observed, first with myself and with really any lineup that I paddle out to, that when a person is tired, they get frustrated faster. You know that guy, you know, the cursing sailor out in the lineup. The one who paddles like crazy, misses the wave, then curses like it's his mission in life. You know, I've been that guy. And don't lie, I know you've done that too. It's frustration born from banging your head against the wall over and over again without a successful outcome. Struggling wave after wave without the fruits of the effort. Take that struggle away and that cursing sailor goes away. And the lineup becomes a happier and more fun place to be. That's why I share this and why you can help others too. You know, would you rather surf with a bunch of frustrated surfers or a bunch of surfers whose energy is directed toward laughing and trading waves? I also understand that not everyone can make it out and surf twice a week. So because I want to make sure that you are successful in your transformation, I'm also going to include as a bonus the same drills and practice modified for a pool. So you can do it without a board. That way, you know, if you can't make it to the beach to paddle around, go to your local pool, get in the water, and increase your skills in the water without a board. I don't want any excuses from you that you can't transform your paddling. I'm going to include also into the class, as another bonus, the same drill and practice for dry land in case you can't make it to the pool and you can't make it to the beach. Of course, I believe that getting in the water is going to be the absolute best for you, but I understand that not everybody can get in the water all the time. You know, maybe you're traveling and they don't have a pool, or you get sick, or you're working like crazy and you just can't get out to the water. Doing the dry land drill and practice is exponentially better than sitting back and saying, I can't. Like I said, I want you to catch more waves and have more fun. There's only so much that I can do from here. So if you want to catch more waves, 20,000 plus waves over the next 40 years, all you need to do is enroll in the class and take the first steps. You get all of the video instructions, the video lessons, the technique instructions, drill and practice, along with all of the pool drill and practice and all of the Dryland drill and practice. If you need my permission, you have it. Click Add to Cart now. Like I said, I'm only keeping enrollment open for a week. I really do thrive on seeing my students succeed. So in addition to the class, plus the pool, plus the Dryland drills, I also want to make sure you take the next step after learning and practicing correct technique. Right? Once you decrease resistance and increase propulsion, you will catch more waves with a lot less effort. If you're in great surfing and paddling shape, you can now make those same movements with even less effort, reserving even more energy for more waves. Because surfing and paddling fitness is a whole training in and of itself, I want to at least get you started down that path if you don't already have a good program for surfing and paddling. A program that incorporates strength and endurance training, flexibility and agility training, as well as a balance component. A training program that keeps you in the water, where you can develop the most important skill, which is holding and feeling the water. So I'm also going to include, as a bonus, the Level 1 XSWIM for Surfers 30-day training program. Call it Module 6. And it covers all of what I've covered, and it's what I use on a day-to-day basis. It's only Level 1, so you don't need to be a super swimmer to use it. All you need to know is how to do freestyle and head-up freestyle. That's all that's in the swimming components. XSWIM combines swimming and Dryland training, and every workout is actually different, so you never get bored. Everything's new and exciting. And it's grounded in reality. Workouts range between 45 and 90 minutes, depending on how fast you swim. And you can miss a bunch of days because of work or sickness or life, and get back into it easily without stressing over missing so many days that were really out of your control. I've incorporated what I call a restart when those things happen to you and interrupt your training. And so the restart helps you get back on track. So now you really have no excuses, right? You have it all, but just to make sure you know that I'm for real, just to make sure that you know that I truly care about how well you succeed, I'm also going to include something that I charge clients $5,000 a year for. For a whole year, you will also be enrolled in my Surfing Paddling Academy Elite program. And this is where for a whole year you have access to me to answer questions, describe more in-depth analysis. You can even send me a video of your paddling and I will analyze it and send it back. So I'm available to those in that Elite program even after the class has been completed. So that's the 5-week class with video instruction and analysis, drill and practice on a board, with pool and Dryland drill and practice added as well. The Level 1 XSWIM for Surfers training program and free enrollment to the Surfing Paddling Academy Elite program. So now you really have no excuses. I want to make sure that you transform your paddling and catch more waves. So if you haven't already done so, click Add to Cart to enroll in the Surfing Paddling Academy. Gain access immediately and begin catching the first of tens of thousands of waves with a lot less effort. I hope to see you in the class.